A Response to the Sunflower, a book by Simon Wiesenthal, by Andronikos Koskinas, Jake Semino, Owen Olson, and Hunter Christensen.
Alan Berger occupies the Radid Family Eminent Scholar Chair for Holocaust Studies, the first Holocaust chair established in the state of Florida. He is also a professor of Judaic Studies at Florida Atlantic University, where he also directs the Center for the Study of Values and Violence After Auschwitz. He is very qualified because his entire life is about studying Judaism. He talks about how Simon chose to stay silent twice. The first time out of confusion, and the second time was a conscious decision. Berger says, do not forgive someone whom forgiveness is forbidden. He can forgive someone who has sinned against him, but not someone who has taken the life of another. I agree with Berger because I believe that it would be unfair to forgive someone who killed somebody else.
Theodore Martin Hesburgh was an American priest of the Congregation of the Holy Cross. He served as the president of Notre Dame for 35 years, and the Hesburgh Award is named after him. If asked to forgive by anyone, Father Hesburgh says, I would forgive because God would forgive. If I had suffered as so many had, it might be much more difficult, but I hope I would still be forgiving. Not for my own small position, but as a surrogate for our almighty and all-forgiving God. In my opinion, I fully agree with Father Hesburgh. Being a Catholic, I was brought up to forgive everyone.
Primo Levi was a Jewish man born in Italy in 1919. Later on in life, he became a chemist and a writer before becoming a victim of the Holocaust in Nazi-occupied Poland. Primo Levi's response to the sunflower is similar to Berger's in that he views that forgiveness was not an acceptable action in this situation. He goes on to state that the violence which the Nazi exerted upon the Jews was a scar that can't be washed away. In addition, he states that the Nazi was simply trying to use Wiesenthal as a tool to allow him to die at peace.
If I was in the same situation as Simon, I would have done the same thing. I would have walked away and not forgiven the Nazi. I do not believe that Simon had the right to forgive the officer and think that everyone that he ever wronged has to be the ones to forgive him. So, I think there's no way that the Nazi could have gotten complete forgiveness before dying.
My personal view lies with the view of Dalai Lama, who thinks that even if a person commits a terrible crime, he should be forgiven, but the crime should not. I believe that every human should be forgiven, either on the first or the 12th day, and we could compare that to Jesus when he forgave the people who put him in the cross. So if I was Simon, I would forgive Carl for what he did, because he wanted to have an easy death and feel good about himself.
In my opinion, I would follow what Father Hesburgh said. I think that you should forgive everyone no matter what they've done. It may be hard to forgive someone that has persecuted you and killed your family and friends, but I feel like if I was in that situation, I would have to dig deep and forgive him.
I agree with Simon Wiesenthal's decision to not forgive the Nazi, because I feel that it's inappropriate for me to forgive him of a crime which had no impact on me. If he were truly sorry for what he had done, he would have seeked out those who he had offended and asked for forgiveness from them, not just a random person off the street.